Hi, this is Rob at Custom Chronicles, and today we're going to be working on this. And this is the next update on the drive-in sign. And if you want to see this artwork, just watch the video. We're going to be getting this all sorted out, and well, let's get into it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean this up, okay? And then we're going to take 1/8" fine line tape and to hit all the edges here. Do the best that we can and try to start sorting out this artwork. You know, there's different elements in it. We got an anchor, we got some rope down here, and there's the anchor, starts up here, it swings all the way around. We got the ship steering wheel, and you got the spokes going in it, and up here we got the top of the anchor. So we're going to get this all templated out so that we can replicate the artwork on both sides. And don't forget, we also got water down here. These are waves. And so anyways, I'm going to time lapse the actual taping up for the majority of it. But first things first, I got to clean it so the tape sticks to the surface. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this anchor outline tape going. I'll just show that briefly, and then I'm going to just go right into time lapse so that nobody gets bored watching me tape this thing up for hours on end. But anyways, I'm going to get the tape on. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and start doing the borderline tape around this anchor here. And I've heated it up, plus I've already cleaned it so that the tape will stick. I've already tested it, the tape is sticking. So I'm going to hurry up and get this on because the shop's quite cold today. It is winter. And so anyways, there we go. I'm going to get taping. Okay, let's see if I can not be in the way of what I'm doing here so you can see what's going on. But let's see. Using my best judgment, I'm going to go ahead and get this outlined. Heated the metal up, which I already said. And it's kind of neat to see how other artists do things. And mind you, this is going on 70 years old, 65 years old or something like that. And got that there. I'm going to break this off. I got to come back and cut it with the razor, which ill prepared as always, and I don't have one in hand. But we'll get that all sorted out. I'm going to go a little excess there because I got to round the corner. And fortunately, whatever paint they used on here left an imprint, so that's what I'm using as my guide. And there's that right here. And I'll clean that up because it doesn't look good, because I'm going to just leave this tape on even after I got the template until I go to do the metal work, and then it's going to have to come off. All this paint's going to get stripped off down to bare metal, and then I'll rebuild the artwork. I'll have the templates off the screws and off the seams. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get a razor blade and then set this into time lapse. Okay, here we go. There it is, the anchor. Now I got a couple questions on this because I don't have any pictures whatsoever of the original artwork on this box when the sign was out on the side of the road. I don't know if that's in front of or behind the ship steering wheel here, which I'll get taped out, and also how the rope goes. This piece of rope, I don't know if it's behind or in front of the anchor. So these are questions I don't have, and if you could very faintly see the rope comes up here, and there's something right here. And now these are the details that are going to really help out in getting this sign completed properly. But I'm going to do my best at this point because nobody's come up with any pictures. I have tried to reach out even on the Facebook with the Ocean City pages and get people to forward me some pictures or put them up on the Facebook, but there has been nothing so far. Now that could change, but once I got the template, I can actually put this up. And then I can make adjustments on the template and repaint it. I'm not afraid to do that in order to make it more proper and correct. But there it is. That's the first portion of this artwork right there, the anchor. I'm very happy with it. It's at least there's enough there on this side for me to replicate the best I can. All right, here we are. We got the couple sections of the rope done right here. And you can see right here some of the lines that like the twist in the rope, and it's going up and it goes over top of the anchor and then back behind it. And as I was taping it up, I started to see the pattern in it, and also how the pattern was run, and it's not in anywhere in way, shape, or form in here. So the rope actually went behind and then over top because I can see the pattern there. So anyways, there we go. I still got to do the rope up top and the ring, which is now apparent because as I'm going through this, I'm starting to see it, how it's laid out. And just got to do the steering wheel. That's going to be the big portion, and still got the water down at the bottom, which isn't a big deal. I'm actually going to go through that relatively quick. So there you go. Now here it is. This is all done. Got the rope, the ring, the anchor. Still got to do the water, still got to do the steering wheel. We're just going to keep this segment a little bit brief here. But just one more pass and take a look. There it is. And when I get the template rubbed out on it, it'll be, then you'll really kind of not have all the mess to look at. But I can't wait to get this thing fixed and painted. I think it's going to be killer. Here we are. We got some water going on. I got the very bottom. It completely disappears right here and right through this section, but this one's there, so I can work with that. So I'm going to get this top one put in and then work my way down. All right, this is a little tip here, a little method of figuring out where this has all disappeared. I'm going to use the compass, and I'm going to use the pencil obviously in there. This is a Stator Omnichrome, and it's white. And being that there's no real visible artwork, there's a little section right here and maybe here, but there's nothing here, okay? And I got to get this all sorted out. Now what I'll do is I'll just kind of loosely space. We'll go over here. Let's see if I'm on there. I'll pick that right here, spread that out a little bit more right there. Now that's going to be my guideline right here. So I'll just kind of pick that up right here, and I'm going to start going this way. It's not going to be the smoothest. The white line should be going down on there. I'm paying attention to the needle point portion. And hopefully I got the camera on it. I don't know, I can't tell. So I just kind of readjusted. So I'll just keep on moving on. Now that's that one. I'll go up higher, right here, and I'll just start doing that. And I'm messing up already. That's okay. I'll get it sorted out. It's actually working better on the metal, gliding across the metal, than it is the tape. See how I got the white marks there? There, it'll match up. I'm going to go ahead and repeat going all the way down until the end. And that'll be my next set of water, and we'll see how accurate I am. Obviously there's going to be some whatever deviation right through here, but I can correct that after the fact. The main thing is getting the body of it down, and then we can do corrections afterwards. And this is a good little method. You know, it's figuring out the problems as it go. You know, for the people that are on this channel, they don't really particularly care about, you know, a restoration of a drive-in sign. You're still getting some tips here with doing this. I got to figure stuff out all the time, so you know, I just figured out how to do this. So there it is. I'm going to keep on moving on. Okay, now using that method, I've now gotten all that done right there. So anyways, going to move on to this next phase here, which is the ship steering wheel. Already got that marked off there. Just got to go through the spokes, and I got this marked off here. And that's I guess the handle on the outside of the rim. But we're going to keep on getting this done. Alright, there we go. Getting all the spokes are all in. Everything's starting to jive. And my next thing is putting on these. And I made a template that I'll go and trace. I'll just put them, you know, basically everywhere. Just kind of do that, and that'll get that wrapped up. And once that's done, I got to do a big rubbing, get a big piece of paper and do a rubbing on this whole thing. And that's going to be the next phase after the tape up. But all in all, I got the heat on it so that my tape sticks where I'm working. So anyways, there's where I'm at. So one last look, got it all down there. It's shaping up. I just can't wait to fix this rust up here, and you know, where every shelf was. You can kind of see in there maybe. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. The reason these rusted out is that the door blew open on the other side, and it had leaf debris from years of leaf debris in there sitting on these shelves that stayed wet. So the shelves themselves, which are in there, are sort of still there. They're just really kind of no good, so they're going to get replaced. And well, there you go. There's these lines from just the wet leaves all the way around, and you can see right here where that is right there. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get this finished up, and then I'll kind of show it at the end of all the taping out, you know, getting set up for the rubbing, so I can have a template of this. That's the next phase. All the taping up will be done. All right, we're going to show how to template these letters out. I'm going to go ahead and get them all taped up right here so that we can do a rubbing on a piece of paper. That's what I'm going to show in this portion of the video segment coming up. I'm just kind of showing this, what we're going to be taping up, which is the drive-in. We got a hyphen right here, right in where the damage is. And then also this eye where it's just kind of washed out really bad. Fortunately, I can see where this ended here, so I can actually bottom it out here and the top there. So I'll just run some border lines over to it, or guidelines, excuse me. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But anyways, here we go. This is the theater. You can see kind of washed out here. I'm assuming the vegetation was up on the sign real heavy right here. And then you see, notice it goes from just kind of really just rusty, bad, to look at that. Look at that bright paint. And so anyways, just got a couple things here. And once I get it all taped up, I will do the, you know, basically the rubbing. I'll, you know, I have some guides right here, like where the neon insulators go. And that'll help out. But I'm going to also hit to do it again, a different template for the other side, because the letters are probably slightly different, and also the placement of the neon insulator holes, which looking in there, we don't see any light, so they're not identical. They'll be different on the other side. Now, because the way it's written is going to be reversed. But there we go. Drive-in theater coming right up. Here we go. We got the D taped out, and obviously the R and the I, and just kind of go on down the line here. There's the hyphen, the N, kind of in tight quarters. It's raining in the shop. It's packed to the hilt. So anyways, there's the, get this camera right here, and that's the, as in the theater portion. Now what I'm going to do is to come in, I'm going to tape this A up. I was just going to go right to the actual after it's all taped up, but I want to kind of point out how I'm coming around to taping these letters. If you look, there is a real fine line right there and there, and these are razor cuts from when they repainted it at some period in time. So that's my guideline for all that, and you can see down here there's this line in there. So, and right here and there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the rest of this all taped up, and then I will do a little quick video at show the whole thing taped up. It's just what it is. I don't need to tape up these. These are encased neon right here. You can see where the screws are for the basically the shell that went around it. And when I go to tape that, paint the arrow red, I'll just do it right to here, and then follow that around like that. I got to do the repair. But once this artwork is completely templated, then I'm really ready to start doing the metal work, and I won't, feel bad about losing anything, such as these letters here. So there we go. Gonna move on. Okay, here we are. We got the theater all taped up. Try to get a good angle here. And so anyways, we got that all taped up. This gets me kind of excited because now I'm going to start to really see how it's going to look when it gets all painted. And it's just going to be the coolest. I can't wait to get this done. It's a lot of work. Got a lot of metal work obviously down here to fix. All that rust. And then, we got to go through and get all these screws out and all that still. And just kind of, here it is. Kind of moving in tight quarters right now. We got a ton of rain, so I had to pull everything in and try to keep things dry. So there's not a lot of space right at the moment. But look at that. That just looks so good to me. And so anyways, I'll show the templating portion and explain how that's done, because that's what we're doing on this channel. And so anyways, that's this segment. I will get on getting on. This is my buddy Kyle. He just did a news report of the drive-in sign. And I'm just impressed with his camera here and all of his apparatus. This guy's a professional, unlike myself, even though he did use my lighting.
You're selling yourself a little short there.
Unlike myself, I'm not prepared, but Kyle has been a very beneficial in the project here that I'm working on. And just a quick word, what do you think?
I mean, just in a single word, I want to say insane, crazy, fun. Like, I know that's more than a single word, but just following this process with you has been really, really cool. I said it, during our interview, but just watching it go from a sign on the side of Route 50 that was overgrown with weeds and was barely visible as you were driving by to seeing it set up, at least the kind of bones of it, all in one piece here in your workshop. It's really, really cool. And seeing how much you've enjoyed it, the learning process, getting the neon working, the lighting working, the electric, it's been very fun. I know we've only really been together twice in terms of like being out here and getting footage, but yeah, I mean, it's been following this process and seeing where this sign is at now, really, really cool.
All right, now I'm going to say this for the YouTube video. You could probably find WBOC's previous article on the Facebook, and this one here, I'm going to be in contact. I'm going to let them do their magic first before I post anything on the sign, because there's a lot of stuff that I'd rather them have up first than me putting on YouTube. Not that I have the viewership whatsoever, but anyways, Kyle's been great. He's been a wonderful reporter, and we'll see how good this news article comes out. Thanks for your time, man.
Absolutely, Rod. Thank you, man. Hey, I really appreciate it.
All right.